Hi guys, it's been a long time I haven't been in front of the camera. So let me talk a little bit with you guys. I don't have my microphone with me, so I'm gonna move a little bit from Christopher because he's watching tablet. Whatever he's watching, Cocomelon. Let me put you all here.
While everybody else getting up to no good, I'll be praising you, ooh, ooh, you, ooh, ooh, you.
Let's have a little chit chat in the middle of this cleaning vlog, which I don't even know how it's gonna end up looking like because I haven't edited and touched my camera since Sunday, I think. So the thing is, I'm not really good at recording cleaning vlogs, and you may ask, what do you mean? You just have to put your camera there. No guys, because if I just put my camera there and record, you will not want to watch. You want something interesting where I'm changing angles, I'm talking to you guys and give you tips and all of that. And I say that because I love watching cleaning videos, and I love watching the ones that is showing me all the angles. And I've had cleaning videos in my channel that really actually went viral when my house used to be super dirty due to mental health. But now that I'm getting better, my house doesn't get as dirty, but it still gets dirty, it just doesn't get overwhelmingly dirty as before. And even this dirty that it gets, that is not compared as before, it's still really hard for me to manage because guys, just think with me, I'm one. Sometimes I'm in God's feet crying because I'm like kind of pleading my case. I'm like, God, I'm one person. I know that if you make a mistake, you have to carry the consequences of your seed. Like you're collecting what you have planted. I'm now sad to preach. But like I'm living alone. It's just a consequence of me getting pregnant early. And you can ask, but why didn't you live with your parents? Like why? Because my family, it's not how do I say that? I didn't grow up with my mom, I didn't grow up with my dad. And when I got pregnant, my dad picked me from Angola and brought me to this new country, which I'm so grateful for. Like if God didn't use him to bring me to England, Christo probably would have died, because even here he was almost dying, because the doctors couldn't find the medication. Imagine if he was born in Angola, where the medication, especially back then, like the information around epilepsy was so little, and he was born having seizures, and he didn't even look like he was having seizures. He would probably just died. His heart would stop, his brain would stop after he having seizure for 3 or 4 days, and I would be probably a mess by now. So I'm really grateful that God used my dad to bring me here. But the thing is that my family is not like normal family, as you call it. Like it's not like I grew up with mom and dad and siblings and we all grew up happy, or even if we weren't that happy, but like we grew up in a house with parents, and then I got pregnant and I still have my room in my dad's house, like my parents' house. No, like I came to a house where my dad was living with my stepmom, my other siblings, and the house had no room, like not a single room for just me. So when the midwife went there, they said they would have to find me a place so I could potentially live with Christopher, because I couldn't be living inside in a house with a newborn, with no room, sharing that one room, which was very small, with my other 2 sisters. So eventually, I went to live with my auntie. Then my aunt moved because she had to live, like she needed a bigger house to live with my cousins, and I ended up living alone at 19 years old. And it was at the beginning of the pandemic. I was living alone before then, but I was still in the house with my auntie. She was just not there. But when she moved, I stayed in that house, I think, for 5 to 6 months alone. So I was basically 18 when I started living alone. But because I was living in that house, it felt somehow familiar until I kind of moved to a completely new house, and I was living by myself. And it was just so hard. Like I had to learn everything by myself, and finances, every single thing. I have to take care of Krista by myself completely. I never had a support where I will leave Krista with like a family member to rest when I'm tired, when I'm sick. It has always been me and God. I'm so grateful that now I have my friend Gabriella, who stays with Krista sometimes, but I don't want to overload her because she also has one special child and another child. So I will ask her to stay with Christopher once every 2-3 months, or depends. If there is really something I really want to do, I'll save that asking for that thing that I really have to do, and there's no other way, like unless she is really busy, and I won't go to that thing. So yeah, guys, so I've been doing all this by myself. I'm not saying that to shame my family, no, because my family, you guys don't know their stories. They go through so many things. Like, they have helped me in so many ways that they could have helped me. All of this that I go through, I know at the beginning, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I would feel very upset with my family, and they didn't even know that. Like, I used to be so upset with them because I was like, other kids have kids and they have their families to help them, and I'm here all alone, all the hospital appointments. Like, obviously, when I was pregnant, my stepmom would go with me, and then my sister would go with me. But when Chris was born, all the appointments I would go alone. If Chris would get sick, if I was gonna get sick, anything, like, I would do by myself, which is like what you're supposed to do when you're a parent. But because I came from Angola, in an African country where there's more community kind of thing, we have a baby, the whole family is there, aunties, uncle, all of that. For me, it was so weird that I was doing all these things by myself. It was so hard to adapt it. So I was going through some mental struggle, physical struggles. I'm 16 years old. I couldn't understand many things, and plus my child was not healthy, so I had so many things to do in my shoulder. I started living alone, and I had to clean house. I had to go to college because I was still studying, and I felt overwhelmed because suddenly I became an adult, and I'm not working, because I'm like, when I'm 80, I'm supposed to be working. I'm an adult. Why I'm not working? And I was so out of myself, and I lived for that many long times out of myself. And now I started getting better because obviously I went to get therapy for myself. I started accepting that many things that I'm living now, it's just what I have planted in my youth. So that's what I'm saying. Before you get married, don't even try to be funny, because when you're 15, you think you're an adult. You are not an adult, and you will definitely, literally, listen to me, you'll be collecting the fruit of what you planted in the past. So you will either get very sweet mangoes, or you will get some not really good things. I say Christopher is not a mistake. I am the one who made the mistake to do things at the age I should not be doing. And I am responsible to whatever I'm going through right now. Sometimes we try to put faults on people. Like, obviously I was so young and I was putting faults on, like, my family could have taken care of me better. Like, if that didn't happen, I wouldn't get pregnant. If the person, like, why did I even get pregnant? Other people have sex for like so long. I didn't even have sex for that long, and I didn't even experience that long. Like, why did I get pregnant? Like, honestly, you make excuse for everything, and you want to find someone to blame. But at the end of the day, you are the one to blame, and you just need to admit that and say, God, I'm sorry, and He'll help you. And God has been helping me because I have admitted that. But it doesn't mean that God helping me is going to take the weight of the responsibilities I have to carry. It does not mean my house will suddenly get clean because by Himself, because just I said, God, I'm sorry, and I admit that I was the one who was wrong. It does not mean that money will come to me without me working. It doesn't mean that education will come to me without me going to school and studying, having to do my assignments. It doesn't mean Christopher will get dressed and well cared without me having to do. It just means I'll do it, but God will be there to help me. That's all it means. Don't water, my love. You already drank the water, so He's just bringing the bottle. How cute. So it means I'll have to battle, like I'll have to do all these things, and the only difference is going to be that God now will be there. He's going to be guiding me, and I'm going to have the mental strength, and the Holy Spirit is going to be with me, guiding me through everything I have to do. That's all it means. It doesn't mean suddenly your burdens have transferred to someone else just because you apologize. It's like when someone does something bad to you, like, and that person tells you, I'm sorry, how do you feel after? Like, does the thing that person did to you completely disappears and you never think about it anymore? No. That person said sorry, and they probably are very sorry. They are really sorry for what they did. And you can see that, and you said, I accept your apologies. But once in a while, something will trigger what that person did to you, and you will think about it, and you feel hurt again, and probably feel like things about that person again, like, oh my God, like that person, like, oh, I don't like that person. But then the moment you think that, what you should do, you should like say, oh, I'm so sorry, that person already apologized, and I said that I did forgive what they did to me. So God, I'm so sorry for thinking that way again. It's a continuous apology. So God said you have to forgive, okay, 77 times 7 per day, which means it's a continuing every day, every second, because He will not forget. So that's the same way God does not forget the sins that we make, the mistakes. He just helps us every day to whatever we went through, to whatever we did. Okay, this was just supposed to be a video to come here and tell you guys I'm not fit to do a cleaning vlog, okay, because I'm not really good at it. Like, I have to admit my strengths, and as well, I can't clean in one day like other people clean in one day. I've been cleaning this house since last week, and when I finish cleaning one spot, other spot is dirt, and I clean that, and like, my house doesn't get clean just in one go, and that's it. Like, unless Christopher is like in nursery, and one day I decided to take him like at 7:30, which is the time he starts when he's in nursery, and then I clean the whole house, and I go pick him up at 7:30. That's when probably my house will be able to clean in one day, and the house will be clean. And that day I also has to be my free day, no school, no appointment, no nothing. Like, I'll just stay home and clean, which it hasn't been like that, because as you guys know, I start working, I'm at university, I volunteer, so it's been I'm out of the house every day, and when I come, I have to cook, and I'm tired, I'm sick. I've been diagnosed with very low iron for the longest time in my life. My iron doesn't go up, which means I'm so low in energy. Everything I do, I'm breathing like a pig. That's why some people, you guys see me, I go up the stairs, I'm like like, because I don't have strength in my body like that. And I pray to God, and I say, God, I'm not gonna give up, okay, because this is not some iron that's gonna make me not do things I like, but it does not mean that the iron will suddenly go up just because I prayed. It may happen because God is a miracle God, and that can happen. But why it doesn't happen, God is just gonna help me go through this. Like, He'll help me clean my house while my energy is low, take care of Christopher, take care of myself. Guys, if you go back in my videos, you will see how it reflected on my image, like my face, my body, my attitude, the way my life was. You guys saw for so long that all I talked about it was how tired I was, how depressed I was. All my videos was so sad, and one of my cousins actually gave me a reality shock, and honestly, when she did that, I felt offended, I felt attacked. I was like, how dare you? How dare her tell me that? Like, me? Who does she think she is? And she was right. Like, I think that's when I took a year gap from YouTube, and I kind of went ahead and tried to fix my life. And by that I mean seeking therapy, talking with family more, trying to go to church more, make friendships. That's when I start seeing results in my life, and getting closer to God, listening to God, asking forgiveness to God, and actually forgive the people that hurt me. Because sometimes when you have so much hate in your heart, it's so hard for you to leave. You think, I'm hating that person, he'll see. Girl, you're seeing yourself. Guy, you're seeing yourself, because you now super depressed. Your heart is literally turning into ashes because it's burning with hatred every day, and you think that person is feeling? No. I had something when I was doing Alpha, a course in church, and it says, like, if you drink, like, not forgiving someone is like you drinking venom, okay, and expecting the other person to die. And that day, I felt like crying. I couldn't cry because I could have cried, but I still didn't want to cry. That's like me being stubborn. Like, I didn't want to cry in front of everyone in church. But I just felt this gut feeling like, wow, like, I've really been hating so many people that did so many things to me, thinking that they can feel the hate I have from them in my life. Like, they can feel it because I'm hating them, so their life is not going great because I've been hating on them. No, they don't even, sometimes they don't even know you still thinking about them. Because normally when we hurt someone, we apologize. If you got the chance to apologize to the person, you apologize and you think that the person forgets, and you go back to living your normal life. Other times, you do something bad to someone and you don't even realize you did something bad to this person. So tell me, if you live in your life normally and you don't realize you hurt someone, that person is hating you, you will not know. So the same happens if the roles are reversed. Someone hurt you, ask for forgiveness. You said you forgive because that moment you feel like, yes, it was your genuine forgiveness. And then you went back to hating that person. They will know. Okay, they will not know that you're still feeling hurt. Now let's go back to imagination that you actually said, to that person, I've been trying to forgive you, but it's been so hard. And that person literally, let's say, is gaslighting you and is saying, whatever, it's you. I already said, I'm sorry. And if you can't forget, it's your business. Don't care. And kind of just ignore it. Stay there. I do not care. That probably will make you feel even more angry. Like, what? But what? Let's be honest. What can they do that will make you happy? Because even if they die, you're going to be like, how dare they die? They died. They left me here hurting for what they did in the past. And they dared to die? It does not matter what they do. And I'm preaching this and it's God literally telling through my own words to myself. It does not matter what they will do. The feelings will remain the same. If you don't forgive every day, if you don't let those horrendous feelings of not forgiving let go of yourself. Okay, so yeah, I guess this just started as I'm not gonna be posting no cleaning video because I am not able to a full not forgiving thing kind of vlog. I guess God just wanted me to tell you that. So if you did find this video, it is God who wanted you to hear that, and I'm sure this message was for myself as well, because I've been struggling with some not forgiving person. I'm not gonna say not forgiving, but more of asking God, okay, I've forgiven them, but they truly don't seem like they are sorry for the way they are still treating me. I think this is just a way of God telling me, forgive, treat yourself, let it go, give him a hand, and keep going. Because if you are forgiving this person, you are honoring my mandaments, my principles. This is all it matters, because when we get there to the judgment day, it's one person for itself. Nobody's gonna be judged as a family. You're not gonna be judged with your best friend. You're gonna be judged alone. So just do you, do God, and be happy. I hope you guys like this video. I'm sorry if you were expecting the cleaning video and it didn't come, but I hope you guys like this very spontaneous preaching video, and I hope you have a blessed life. I hope you find happiness, and I hope you can let go of all the bad feelings you are having in your heart, because God has something very beautiful for you and for me, and we just need to wait. We just need to accept that his power and his revenge, whatever you are looking for, is on the judgment day, and your happiness will surely come. It may take 20 years, actually. It may take one day. It may take 1 second. We only need to wait on God's time. We don't know when that time is. We just need to blindly trust in him. That's what having faith means, trusting something that you can't see. Anyways, bye-bye, pumpkins.